Welcome to Life Success Edge. Today, you are going to hear one of the most powerful and heart-touching life stories. It is not just a story of pain, but of courage, resilience, and gratitude. A story that proves that life may break your body, but it can never crush your spirit. If you refuse to give up, stay with us till the end because this will change the way you look at life forever. Words have power. Words can make you or break you. They can heal your soul or wound you forever. Many people speak without thinking, but wise people weigh their words. The woman in this story chose words that gave life, not despair. She believed in spreading hope through her speech. Where others saw disability, she saw ability. Where people said weakness, she said strength. Where society said adversity, she declared opportunity. She turned negativity into power. Her words inspired thousands who once felt hopeless. She proved that language is not just sound, it is energy. The right words can reframe your entire life. She chose positivity even in the darkest days. Every pain was transformed into a lesson through words. Gratitude became the foundation of her speech. She did not claim to be a motivational speaker. She saw herself as a storyteller, and every story carried light. A story has the power to connect souls. And her story connected with millions because it was real. Remember, choose words wisely, because they shape destiny. The turning point. At 18, she was married in a conservative family. At 20, her life changed forever in a terrible car accident. Her husband survived by jumping out. She remained trapped. That accident crushed her bones and fractured her ribs. Her liver and lungs were damaged. 3 vertebrae of her spine were shattered. She was paralyzed for life. Rescuers pulled her out, worsening her spinal injury. She had no ambulance, no proper care, only pain. The bumpy Jeep ride broke her body even further. Half her body was fractured, half paralyzed. She spent 2.5 months in hospital undergoing surgeries. Titanium was placed in her back and arms. That's why people called her the Iron Lady of Pakistan. But iron was not just in her bones, it was in her willpower. She survived where many would have given up. She smiled even when hope seemed lost. Her suffering became her new beginning. Pain gave her a second life. And this rebirth would inspire millions. Struggles in the hospital. In the hospital, doctors shattered her dreams one after another. They told her she could never paint again. They told her she would never walk again. They told her she could never be a mother. Each statement was like a knife cutting her soul. She cried silently but refused to complain. She questioned God. Why me? Her mother answered with faith, "This too shall pass." Those words became her healing medicine. They reminded her that trials never last forever. She realized she couldn't give up because her family was watching. She wanted to be strong for her mother and brothers. She picked up colors and a canvas. Lying on her hospital bed, she painted again. Her art became her therapy, her voice without words. Colors spoke where her lips were silent. People saw beauty in her art, but she knew it carried grief. Yet, she chose expression over depression. And art became her doorway to healing. Creativity transformed her pain into purpose. 2 years of darkness. After being discharged, life did not get easier. She developed painful bed sores and infections. Doctors ordered her to lie flat on her bed for 2 years. She was confined to one room, one bed, one window. She heard birds singing outside but could not join life. She saw sunlight but couldn't touch it. Days turned into months, months into years. Loneliness and silence were her constant companions. But instead of hating her life, she found hidden blessings. She realized that people walking freely outside were lucky. She promised herself, "When I sit again, I will inspire others." She wanted to remind people of their blessings. Because most of us forget how lucky we are. We complain about small problems, ignoring our gifts. Her suffering gave her wisdom that no book could teach. After 2 years, she finally sat on a wheelchair. That was her rebirth, her new birthday. She looked in the mirror and accepted reality. She put on lipstick not for others, but for herself. That day, she decided, "I will live, not just survive." Fighting fears. Fear is the biggest prison of life. She listed down her fears one by one. Her biggest fear was divorce. Society taught her divorce was shameful, but she realized it was just fear, not reality. She freed her husband emotionally and found peace. She proved strength is letting go, not holding on. Her second fear was never becoming a mother. But instead of crying, she adopted a baby boy. That decision brought joy and meaning back. She named him Nile, her biggest blessing. Her third fear was people's sympathy. She hated pity more than pain. For years, she avoided visitors. But one day, she decided to face the world. She accepted her scars with pride. She spoke to crowds, not hiding anymore. Courage replaced shame. Confidence replaced fear. She became a voice for those who felt voiceless. She showed, fear dies the moment you face it. Acceptance and rise. Once she accepted herself, the world accepted her. She became Pakistan's first wheelchair-bound artist. She modeled for famous brands like Tony and Guy. She broke stereotypes about beauty and ability. She hosted TV shows to spread awareness. She refused to be used for pity campaigns. She spoke at national and international platforms. She became UN Women Ambassador for Pakistan. She raised her voice for equality and inclusion. She was recognized in BBC 100 Women. She was named in Forbes 30 Under 30. Her wheelchair became her crown, not her weakness. She showed that strength is not in walking, but in rising. People who once pitied her now celebrated her. She lived with scars but carried them as medals. Her pain gave her credibility. She proved success is possible after failure. She became a hero for thousands. Her story spread across the globe. She turned her trials into triumphs. Heroes around her. She admitted she couldn't do it alone. Behind every success, there are silent supporters. Her first hero was Waleed Khan, a child survivor of terrorism. Shot in the face and body, yet smiling with courage. He called his scars medals of honor. His strength inspired her to stay strong. Her second hero was her son Nile. Despite her disability, he accepted her with love. When she couldn't kick a ball, he said, "Let's play catch." He showed her how to see life as half full, not half empty. Her third hero was her mother. Her mother never cried in front of her. She kept repeating, "This too shall pass." Her mother's faith gave her courage. Her support was the foundation of Muniba's strength. She proved that mothers are the real angels. These three people gave her hope in darkest times. They became her light when there was no light in the tunnel. Heroes are not always famous. They are hidden in our lives. Gratitude for them makes us stronger. Lessons of imperfection. Society demands perfection. But nothing in this world is perfect. She accepted herself as perfectly imperfect. She taught others to stop chasing unrealistic ideals. True beauty is kindness, not appearance. True strength is compassion, not muscles. Pain is a gift. It connects you with others. Her imperfections allowed her to connect with children. She worked for medical camps to save poor lives. She worked for the transgender community, embracing them. She realized people judge based on appearances. But real vision is seeing with the heart. She wore her scars like art. She redefined beauty as humanity. She redefined strength as gratitude. She redefined success as service. Imperfections became her greatest blessings. She stopped living for people's approval. She started living for her soul's peace. And that made her truly perfect. The power of gratitude. She smiled every day, even if she cried at night. Gratitude became her secret to happiness. She stopped focusing on what she lost. She started cherishing what she had. Life is a test, not a comfort zone. Trials are meant to make us stronger. Failure is an option, giving up is not. Real happiness does not lie in money or fame. She had all that but still found emptiness. Gratitude filled the emptiness with peace. Every breath became a blessing to her. She taught people, never die before your death. Life is short. Live every moment. Spread love wherever you go. Be kind to yourself first. Only then you can be kind to others. Accept yourself fully, and the world will accept you. Smile, because your smile can heal someone else. Live with gratitude. It changes everything. That is the real secret to happiness. Dear friends, this was the inspiring story of resilience, courage, and gratitude. Remember, life may not always be fair, but you always have a choice, to give up or to rise. And rising with gratitude is the true success. White right pointing backhand index if you loved this story. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel LifeSuccess Edge for more motivational and inspiring stories that touch your soul. Thank you for watching, and always, never give up, Live with gratitude.